Hello, trading has closed on July 29th, 2024. We always start with our disclaimer. We go over our calls next, and I'll go over our calls next and make our predictions. This is my trading plan for tomorrow, which is the 30th of July. I don't know if I'll be doing any trading myself. I'm busy the next couple of days. Until the end of August, I'm just not going to be on my usual schedule. And I can be wrong even when I have as much time as I normally have. So if you're going to risk money on the calls, please keep that in mind. I also don't know how futures are going to open. That's going to open later on. We'll take a look. We said a few things. We had a target 54.8005, and that printed, so we got that. We said we were looking for a pattern with the early high, often ambiguous, wishy-washy pattern. So we got that too, up, down, up, down. Here's the early high, but normally the pattern rallies into the close, or that didn't happen. There is a straight line drop, and that didn't happen. Now, time doesn't run out until tomorrow, and when it runs out, if we get the normal pattern, we're either going to be up here or down here. We had mixed signals, and the rules say the commonest thing is a gap and a prompt move outside the day's range. And when that didn't happen, if that doesn't happen, next most common is to close the little change and big move the next day. Well, we got the gap. We came close to trading outside of yesterday's range. We missed by actually about the fraction of a point. So it's just kind of tough to say if missing by a fraction of a point is enough to satisfy it. I'm going to count it as a slight miss, and we have to go to the next most common thing, which is to close the little change and a big move the next day. Well, we certainly closed the little change, 4 and a fraction points, 0.08%. So if that works out, that also calls for a big move the next day. So we have the daily pattern and the mixed signals rules, each of which call for a gap open, most likely with a big move right at the open. Well, I see futures have opened now. Let's take a look. Not telling us anything yet. It's going to make us work for it. Well, during the day we got an ultimate sell signal in the morning, and that certainly played out. MEJT says this afternoon drop is not for keeps, gives us a target of 54.86.62, and unless we gap down smartly, that's my call for tomorrow. Well, tomorrow's pattern has really low. It doesn't tell us where we open, though. There's a high, we could open way up or way down. It doesn't change anything. There's a higher MEJT target. Unless we gap down smartly, the rules call for it to print. Now, today's pattern featured neither a rally into the close nor a straight line drop, and this deficiency should be rectified by gapping at tomorrow's open and trading outside of today's range. So we have a number of things calling for a big move at tomorrow's open. I have a higher target, and that's what I'm looking for it to print. But again, you don't know till the open, because if we gap down smartly, that takes the time off the table, but not the price. This certainly is enough reason not to be short overnight. But as far as whether one should be long overnight, it's kind of a personal decision, because it isn't a lot. So it's the pattern with the really low, big move at the open, and that's today's call.